great day to be with you too, because as we know today, a monumental day in this presidential election, the first debate between Vice President Kamala Harris, former President Donald Trump. As we know, the June 27th debate really shook up this election. But what are you looking out for tonight?
Well, the way I equate tonight, it's imagine you go into a court of law and there's the opening the statement to the jury. So Kamala Harris has had that opening statement without really pushback for 6 weeks. And her numbers improved, her perceptionals improved, it became a real horse race. Now, after the opening statement, you're going to get the witnesses coming to the stand and the word cross-examination. So she is now going to be under cross-examination for the things she stands for the things she's been a part of, which, as you've seen, Brittany, she's trying very quickly to distance herself from. And that is where I think this debate will come down. It's more about Kamala Harris. I mean, Donald Trump, regardless of your opinion of Donald Trump, there's very little I think that's going to change, I think, on that meter, other than I think if he's on script tonight and he delivers, basically the thing his team has been urging him to deliver for weeks, which is it's a referendum on what is, as opposed to what could be. It's a referendum on the last 4 years. But the cross-examination tonight, Brittany, is not just going to come from Donald Trump. It's going to come from the moderators who have a responsibility, and they know they do, to ask direct questions of Kamala Harris about whether or not she feels responsible for anything that hasn't quite worked on her watch with the president of the United States. And that's where I think this debate begins. And then, of course, the body language stuff. She was actually terrific in the very first Democratic debate back in 2019, when she was doing, you might say, her opening to the jury. But in the next debate, when she came under fire from Tulsi Gabbard and from Joe Biden, she did not come off so well. And she's going to be under fire tonight at some point. How she handles that, how she looks in handling that, will have a lot to do with the scorecards that come out of it.
How does she handle that? Because Axios had a chart with at least 9 positions that she's either shifted or completely changed on. So when she's asked point blank, why the flip-flop, why the shift, what's A, the best answer, and B, I mean, voters are looking for a change candidate according to all polls, and voters in 2020, they want to change, so they voted out Donald Trump. They want change now, but she's number 2 in the administration. So how does she differentiate herself as that change candidate as well?
Anyone looking at the numbers says this is a change election. I mean, most people are down the mouth about our prospects, not just today, but moving forward. The wrong direction meter is very decidedly tilting towards wrong direction. It's a change election. You hear Kamala Harris trying to claim she's the change candidate, which is rich, given she is, I guess she's going to change herself, right? I guess that's what she's suggesting. She does have to, what she should try to do, if I were advising her, she's not asking for my advice, is admit that maybe they made a good start on certain fronts, but they're far from home. If she tries to double down, which politicians tend to do, both sides of the aisle, double down like everything we're doing is working, everything that is happening is wonderful, do that, and I think she starts to slide back the wrong side of the mountain. An example, on the economy, stop defending Bidenomics as some out-and-out success. It has not been a success in the eyes of most Americans who are struggling to make ends meet. It just isn't. What she can say is, look, we inherited a tough situation. We've started to turn the boat around. We're far from where we need to be, but I think we're headed in the right direction. She could sell that, but she hasn't done that to this point. She hasn't done that on any issue. The southern border would be another place to go for that kind of reasoning. I think the reactions politicians have, and she's not an exception, is to show she's got this handled. She's got all the things running the right way, and not show any fallibility, any weakness, any uncertainty. And that's where you get in trouble. Just ask Hillary Clinton when I think she wins in 2016 if she had handled the email situation better by just saying, you know what, I messed up there. And, I've learned from that. I could have done something differently.